Hello, hello. This is John, aka Droplets of Beat Source Audio, formerly known as Beat Source Samples. That will be going under a big overhaul for 2023. Look out for that. Today, I am announcing a new sample pack. It's volume 2 of The Goods. If you have volume 1, you know what this is about. This is about heavy bass production and just having everything you need to make songs for the foreseeable future. So let's jump into it and see what these sounds are like. When you first get this pack, if you buy all 3 parts, you'll see it in these folders: drums, musical, sound effects. And then they're subdivided. In the drum folder, you will have these great loops. Let's jump through them. Now, when we look at the next folder, let's jump through them. And there's a nice number of samples to where you don't feel like you won't remember these things. I love making percussion. The source sounds for those could be all kinds of stuff, from like a stair rail to a crunch under my foot to some natural reverb in an alleyway, stuff like that. Literally any genre these are suitable for. Some nice little flares there. I'm proud of these snares. You're going to find them useful for all kinds of stuff like funk and trap and deep dubstep and even stuff like psytrance. This one right here is my favorite snare. So if you get the drums, just know that you won't have the other elements because it's split into 3 parts. The next part is musical, and this includes the bass and the synth plucks and the vocals. These are great for writing bass lines and lead melodies. You're going to want to throw these in samplers and have a little more fun with them on the piano roll. Let's check some of these out. They're split up into one shots and loops and sub extra basses. Again, with the amount that you can actually remember, there's 122 or like 22 or 50. You can hop in here and actually become familiar with these sounds and get to use them. So as you can hear, you could cover a few different genres of that. There's even like a rhythm sound right there and neuro stuff for, drum and bass and halftime. These subs are fat. You can write great trap with them. They might be hard to hear unless you have headphones. And so when you move out of the bass in the musical category, part 2, you have all these synth plucks. This is one of my favorites. It was a combination of a few different sounds that ended up making it, and I find that it makes really fun and strange sounding synth lines or lead melodies. And just a little bit of a hint here, if you use it in the low range, you can get some really interesting 808 type sounds that are distorted and very warm and ready. Trust on that. Yep, I combined a donkey and chimes and a couple other sounds to make that, but believe it or not, that makes some crazy cool trap leads. Gotta have that for funk. Anyways, lots of cool synth plucks. Lots of vocals you can use for any genre.
Hey.
At 3 a.m. Yeah, you know, the early bird.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes, motherfucker!
Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up.
Whatever kind of music you're writing in bass music genres, you could add those flares in there. Moving on to the sound effects, you get a lot of atmospheres, bridge, risers, impacts, and sound effects. I want to start with the sound effects on this just to show you, because they're my favorite in this category. Impacts, you know what they are. They're for like a downbeat on the intro or the outro. Great for adding some quick atmosphere and dimension. These bridge to risers are like when you hear a song coming out of verse 1 and needing to break, drive, and rise into the second drop, and these are great for that. So you get the picture with those, and the atmospheres add a lot of texture to your songs. Give them some space. Put them in a setting. Lots of capabilities with this pack. And it doesn't stop there. I wrote 5 different example tracks at 172 BPM, 144 BPM, and 85 BPM. And I want to let it play out with these so that you can hear what you can do with these songs. Sorry, what you can do with these samples and the different genres that you can tackle with just these 420 samples. Just 420. That's a lot of samples, but it's just the right amount. In my experience, I've found out that around 500 samples is perfect in a sample pack for you to get to know. Too much more than that makes it hard to remember, at least in my case. So I'm going to let this play out with the 5 example tracks.